So I've done some of these comedy videos, and a lot of you guys seem to like some of the comedy mixed with news and serious stuff. So that's kind of what this video is gonna be about. The title is kind of a joking title, and the last video I did with that 512 gigabyte card, people were saying things like, you put a hole in the wall, here's a subscriber. That gave me a great idea. Holes in the wall for subscribers, I can do that, that's not a problem. All day. All day. Did you subscribe yet? So when you know it, it took maybe 2 days for hackers to show up in Sea of Thieves. And, well, it's very odd to see this, but it does bring up the question of crossplay, because, of course, Microsoft is pushing for crossplay with things like the Switch and especially the PC. However, these hackers seem to be from the PC side of things that are now invading Xbox rooms, or people who are playing on their Xbox with Sea of Thieves in their games. The PC community is invading theirs with hacks, different things that are going on. They kind of make it unfair, which kind of begs the question, is crossplay worth it? See, there it is. I used that title. I typed it out. Is it worth it? No. Okay, so this bit behind me is me, of course, bashing keyboard because I'm blaming it as the scapegoat for typing out, is it worth it? To be completely honest, though, I spilled coffee on it like a week ago. I've been looking for something to do with it, so two birds, you know, all of that. But enjoy the slapstick. So if you don't know, Microsoft set up the UWP. It's kind of the new container for any of these games or programs. Like, originally it was Win32, as many of us remember. We would use that with every bit of Windows up until this point, and now they have pretty much taken that, moved it over to UWP, and made it so that Xbox and PC use the exact same programs, essentially. In fact, they've made it very apparent that it's a container that you could take your game, put it in this container, and then it will work across their platforms, including the Xbox or Windows 10. And that's bringing up the question, like I said before, because now we have the same applications being used on both with crossplay. Now, I will say, it's kind of funny when hackers do these kind of things, because when I played Halo 2 back in the day, and there were people online who did hack their Xboxes, because right towards the end, you could hack your Xbox and do all kinds of crazy stuff. It actually became pretty easy. Halo 2 came out towards the end of the Xbox's lifespan, so they had fun with it. And that's kind of what I was looking for here. And what I mean by fun is they would shoot warthogs out of their rocket launcher. So they would shoot you with a warthog from point blank and you would get run over, and it was kind of annoying, but at the same time, it was hard not to laugh at it. So naturally, I got a little excited, I'll be honest, when I heard that hackers were in Sea of Thieves, because that kind of opens the door for some crazy stuff, right? Well, after checking out Reddit and their forums, which, by the way, this is big topics all over the place about these hackers, it seems like they're just using kind of the boring hacks. Seriously, they made it so you could see through everything. You can pretty much walk through everything like no clip. You can see chests in the ground before you dig them up. So if you go to an island, you kind of just, you know, just dig it up very quickly. Auto aim is in full effect, so it'll auto aim to people's heads. If you just pull the trigger, boom, you know, that's it. And of course, pretty much have God mode on, so they can't die. They can't die at all. They can run into the Kraken, dive in, and they won't die at all. You can shoot them a million times, they're fine. So that's kind of what the hackers have done, which left me kind of disappointed. I mean, picture this. You're on the sea, you're setting sail, and it's a very clear day, right? There's nothing in front of you, and all of a sudden, you look up, and there's a ship with rockets attached to it, soaring across the sky, and then you look up, and they have cannons that are shooting sharks, that are also shooting smaller sharks, that are hammerheads. And I don't mean hammerheads, I mean sharks with hammers on their head, and then those hammers shoot lasers.
Sharks with frickin' laser beams.
Frickin' lasers. But no, it's kind of boring. I don't know what happened to the hacking community when it comes to this stuff. They've been pretty boring about it, unoriginal. Why not try to get out there and do things like make the ships fly in the air? Either way, it does look like Microsoft has at least heard the cries from everybody on the forums and call to action. Seems like Microsoft is going to look into banning these people, and Rare will probably work in some way for an anti-cheat system, because it doesn't appear that they have one now. That's a little alarming. Now, Sea of Thieves, of course, has relatively mixed reviews. Some people saying it's very boring. Other people saying they like the change of pace to a more slower, kind of make-up-your-own-adventure style sandbox game. Essentially, you have to use your imagination when you're playing it, which is kind of what we use video games to escape in the first place. Nonetheless, the game is out. It has hackers in it, so if you're kind of rolling along and all of a sudden you do see that ship that screams by in the air with massive rockets and it's going, 700 miles per hour, just kind of applaud and say, okay, this game just got fun.